Okay, got it. So you do that for each item damaged in, say, the hurricane. Add them up. Is that the final deductible amount for your personal stuff?
No, not yet. For personal use property, there are still two more hurdles, two more reductions that kick in after you've calculated that initial loss for the event.
More limits.
First, there's a $100 reduction per casualty event, not per item, but per event. So the first $100 of your total loss from that specific storm or fire just disappears. It's not deductible.
Okay, $100 off the top for the whole event. What's the second one?
The second one is much bigger. It's the 10% of adjusted gross income AGI reduction. You have to take your total net personal casualty losses for the entire
Like for
year.
the $100 reduction.
Yes, after the $100 rule per event. And you subtract 10% of your AGI from that total. Only the amount of loss that's more than 10% of your AGI is potentially deductible on Schedule A.
Oof. That 10% AGI threshold sounds really high. It means even if you do have a federally declared disaster loss and you get past the $100 rule, if the total loss isn't more than 10% of your income, you still get no deduction.
That's exactly right for non-qualified disaster losses that somehow slip through, or if you're netting gains and losses. It really reserves the deduction for truly significant financial hits relative to your income. But
There's a but for the disaster losses.
yes, this is crucial. The sources highlight special, more generous rules for qualified disaster losses. These are losses from those federally declared disasters we talked about.
Okay, what's different for them?
Couple of key things. First, that $100 reduction per event. For qualified disaster loss, it's increased to $500 per event.
More gets excluded initially then. $500 instead of $100.
Right. But here's the really important part. That big 10% of AGI reduction, it does not apply to your net qualified disaster loss.
Oh, wow. So you calculate the loss, subtract the $500 per disaster, and that amount is potentially deductible without needing to clear the 10% AGI hurdle.
Exactly. That makes a massive difference. The sources also mention some specific relief acts for past disasters, like certain hurricanes or wildfires had similar rules, sometimes even allowing the deduction if you didn't itemize. And the recent Federal Disaster Tax Relief Act extended some benefits for disasters declared roughly between early 2021 and early 2025.
So for those qualified disaster losses in that time frame, the path to deduction is, well, not easy, but much clearer. Calculate the loss, subtract $500, and that resulting figure is what you work with.
Correct. And another key benefit for qualified disaster losses, you can generally deduct them on Schedule A